Growing up, Animal Crossing has always been one of my biggest comfort games. If I had to name my top 3, Animal Crossing would be there. I bought almost every release from the franchise. I say almost because the only one I'm missing is Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, and well, we don't talk about that. I never had a Wii U, so I missed the games that were released on that console. Despite this, I would still consider myself a big fan of the game. Even when I'm not playing Animal Crossing, I am consuming content about it. Sometimes I'm spending hours scrolling IG, admiring everyone's Animal Crossing builds, or I'm on YouTube watching someone's island tour. The list goes on, and so I wanted to do another video inspired by the different types of Animal Crossing players. But with a twist. For this video, we will be focusing on the different types of Animal Crossing players based on their favorite character. So basically, what your favorite character in Animal Crossing says about you. However, we will only be focusing on the special characters featured in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So we will be excluding the regular villagers that can live on your island, as well as past special characters like the ones from the post office and more. That will be saved for another time. And before we get on with today's video, what's up, Sarabutts? How are you? I hope you're doing well, and if you're new here, do let me know who is your favorite from Animal Crossing. Speaking of faves, this is one of mine. If your favorite character is Bladders, you have an affinity for the blabbing. I mean, it's in the name, it's in your blood, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's great watching someone get excited over something, and when it comes to Animal Crossing, no other player is as passionate. This player without a doubt has read into Animal Crossing theories people have put out. For example, the theory that the Nook's Cranny is incomplete and was supposed to have another shop update, which, by the way, I don't think is a theory. I think that one is just the flat out truth, but I digress. Those who relate to Bladders really engross themselves in the things they're interested in, and they can probably name you a random Animal Crossing fact at the top of their head. Like, did you know that Sahara is a male in the Japanese release, but in other versions she is female? Which is interesting because her appearance remains the same in all versions. Anyways, this player probably has the birthday of their favorite villager memorized, and if you're ever looking for a friend to play Animal Crossing with, this is the one to ask. If your favorite character is Isabelle, you are the epitome of the ideal island representative. You are the go-to helper for all your friends that are new to Animal Crossing, and you are often the island host for events. Bug tournament this Saturday, you know where to go. Birthday bash, gates are already open. Holiday festivities, no need for discussion, this player is on it. And they are always open to making new friends in the Animal Crossing community. If you have any questions, they are always happy to answer. They would never belittle someone for being a newbie, as they understand we were all there at one point. We all start somewhere, and this player is very prone to spoiling their friends with random gifts like bells, fruit, or furniture. And if we're gonna mention Isabelle, we can't forget Tom Nook. If your favorite character is Tom Nook, then New Horizons is not your first Animal Crossing game. You are an experienced player that knows all the lore and what to do. The turnip stock market doesn't even faze you. You're already at the top of the game before Daisy May was ever born. This player is definitely familiar with all the tips and tricks for Animal Crossing, and their playstyle is optimized to guarantee them bells, even though that may require sacrificing the aesthetics of your island. As a result, their depth is swiftly paid off, and they are the money bag of the friend group. But don't worry, this player isn't stingy and will always pitch in for any bridges or inclines when visiting your island. Unlike the rest, this favorite comes as a duo. It's Timmy and Tommy. If your faves are Timmy and Tommy, then you tend to play a ton of multiplayer games. You prefer games with friends versus on your own, and you are the extrovert of the friend group. When it comes to Animal Crossing, you love to join party game islands and was disappointed when Tortimer's Island didn't make a return. And honestly, same. I understand that the bug and fishing tournaments are similar to some of the party games you could play at Tortimer's Island, but I feel like New Horizons was the perfect game for it to be featured. It was a lot more convenient, and you don't have to worry about bumping into things on someone's or your own island, and they had other party games too. Anyways, this player loves to come up with new games on their island for visitors to enjoy, such as creating their own maze, treasure hunt, or playing hide and seek. The list goes on. While Tortimer's island is long gone, at least we have Harvey's. If your favorite character is Harvey, then you spend more hours consuming content about Animal Crossing than you do playing it. You definitely have a page where you post all the pics you take in Animal Crossing. For example, you have a separate Instagram account dedicated to Animal Crossing, and your For You page probably consists of Animal Crossing and other cozy games. You also take advantage of Harvey's studio to put together silly scenarios where you live out your director dreams, starring various villagers. Overall, this player believes that every great game needs to have a photo mode to capture the memories. And you know who else enjoys Harvey's studio? Reese and Cyrus. If your favorite characters are Reese and Cyrus, then you are the hopeless romantic. You have a habit of creating a character for your crush or partner in the games you play. Whether it be The Sims, Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, you always make sure they are included. It's that, or you have the habit for adoring characters that remind you of them. And if your partner happens to play the same game as you, you always make sure to have matching skins or dress in outfit themes. If your favorite character is Crazy Red, then you are a bit of a wild card. You're not a very traditional player. You're not afraid to use the resources handed to you like treasure islands or selling a villager to make ends meet for your ultimate goal. If you had Raymond on your island and you didn't want him, you definitely took advantage of the Raymond market at the time, and you also tend to time travel as you're very impatient when it comes to collecting your catalog items, or to go back in time to collect any seasonal recipes that you missed. And honestly, same, I can't judge you. You probably wanted to play the game naturally at first, but then gave in. If your favorite character is Tortimer, then you are an old school player. Emphasis on old. You grew up with Animal Crossing and have been following this series since your first AC game. Because of this, you have a love-hate relationship with New Horizons, but you always stick with it in the end. You're kind of like an old married couple if you had to describe your feelings for the Animal Crossing franchise. On the bright side, you're always able to find something to enjoy in every AC game, and one thing that has remained consistent is your laid-back playstyle. You don't need to have your debt paid off within a month, and you don't need to have caught all the bugs and fish for that season. There's always next season, cause you're in it for the long run, so why rush? If your favorite is Leaf, then your island is very natural, maybe a little too natural. In fact, your island is invaded by flowers. The front, the back, the beach is all covered with flowers. But hey, on the bright side, you have every hybrid flower you could get. Although, there was always the one flower that took you forever. For me, it was the green mubs. That one took me the longest. You also have a designated orchard on your island and crop fields. Speaking of fields, one of your go-to decor items is the wheat field, and if you don't have a natural or cottagecore island, you definitely have a farm core and enjoy playing farm simulators. Now, if your favorite is Sahara, then you are known in the friend group to have questionable tastes. You're a little quirky or eccentric, or not even just quirky, but your style tends to stand out from your friends, sort of like an opposites attract. If your friend has a nature core island, then you have a city core, for example, and there's nothing wrong with that. You do whatever makes you happy with your island, even if others don't get it. You stand by what you like. This take, by the way, is more inspired by Sahara and New Leaf than New Horizons, because if you haven't played New Leaf, Sahara would redecorate the first floor room with a new carpet or wallpaper, and honestly, this was a gamble because sometimes I did not agree with her taste. Now, if your favorite is Katrina, then luck is not on your side. Misery loves company, and I'm afraid it beckons for yours. You are definitely missing one fish or bug from your Critterpedia that you tried with all your might to catch. For example, the pesky golden trout. That fish for me was the most trouble I had for my Critterpedia. I crafted over 100 fish bait in hopes of catching a golden trout. It took so much fish bait, and eventually I had to call it a day and try again tomorrow. Anyways, you've also had the worst luck with villager hunting and have spent dozens of Nook Mile tickets trying to find a specific villager before calling it with a temporary replacement. But don't lose hope. I'm sure things will look up for you soon. And if we're talking clothing, we can't forget one of the most important necessities when we go out. Our shoes. If your favorite character is Kix, then you like to focus on the little details to tell a story when you decorate. For example, the placement of where you put your shoes in the house or what clothes you hang up are all things you take into account. It's not just randomly thrown out pieces of clothing. You are a detail-oriented person and you probably have a clean room in real life too. Now, if your favorites are Wilbert or Roll, then you are the one who loves to villager hunt. You don't care about keeping your villagers. You don't have a dreamy 9 in mind, and it's not because you dislike your villagers, but there's just too many villagers that you like to just settle with the same group forever. You like to switch it up and have whoever wants to go go. You're not gonna hold them back from exploring, and sometimes you won't even villager hunt for a replacement. You'll leave it up to the game to randomize it for you. You also get excited whenever someone visits your campsite and will make a beeline for it when Isabelle announces there's someone there. Overall, you're very spontaneous and not hard to please. Three's a crowd, but not in this case. If your faves are the lovely staff from Happy Home Paradise, Lottie, Nico, or Wardo, then you are a stickler for the little details. You decorate the ins and outs of a home. Not only is the interior decked out, but exterior too. And simplicity is not your thing. It feels too bare for you, like something is missing. So oftentimes this player strays away from a normcore island, and they definitely have a spot on their island surrounded by waterfalls. They also like to visit other people's islands for inspo and watch videos to take away different ideas they like from various aesthetics. If your fave is KK Slider, then you'll have a playlist dedicated to video game soundtracks, and on that list, you can bet that Animal Crossing is involved, and not just the songs from New Horizons but prior AC games too. You also like to hide stereos or music boxes around your island to create an ambience for the area. Sometimes these music boxes are in plain sight for a visitor to interact with, and you probably have instruments around your island too, specifically the guitar, by the campfire site or campground, which by the way sounds like a pain to look around. Why couldn't it have been a tambourine or something? Why did we make it where there's always that one guy at a party or campfire bring out his guitar? And now that I'm on this topic, it was a really missed opportunity for us to not have KK Slider performed by a campfire. It would have made so much sense and added a little flair, but I digress. Overall, you're a chill player and you definitely have a couple of Animal Crossing songs that you can recognize in a heartbeat, like Bubblegum KK, which, hear me out, is not the best KK song. If your fave is Harriet, then you are the type to dress up in costumes or cosplays on your island, and you're kinda disappointed by the amount of wigs that didn't transfer over to New Horizons. You're definitely jealous of the Pocket Camp players and all the accessory styles they get to have, and honestly same, who could blame you? Besides this, it is very rare to see you wear the same outfit the next day, and you are not afraid to try a new style. Another trio that we cannot ignore is the Able sisters, Mabel, Sable, and Label, or as some refer to her as LaBelle. And while Label isn't working the shop with her sisters in New Horizons, like she was in New Leaf, I still think it's fitting to group them together as they all still share a connection to clothing and our family at the end of the day. Anyways, if your faves are the Able sisters, then over half your storage is filled with clothing. And the funny thing is, your storage is fully upgraded and it's still not enough. You also have the habit of accidentally buying repeats because you can't remember which outfit pieces you have or don't have, and you're at the point in the game where you're just collecting every clothing item you can just because. It's that, or you like to shop for your villagers and put them in outfits. Overall, you're very bubbly and probably spend hours on create a character mode before you start the game. Speaking of chill, I would arguably say that this character is the most laid back of them all, and that is Pascal. If your favorite character is Pascal, then you have a tendency to go with the flow. You don't have a certain island theme in mind, you just drop down something you like and there it is. Even when you log into Animal Crossing, you don't have a specific idea in mind with what you want to do. No specific plans, very spontaneous. If your fave is Daisy May, then you are a newbie. New Horizons is your first Animal Crossing game, so you tend to make newbie mistakes like forgetting to donate the first bug and fish you catch to Bladders, forgetting to sell your turnips before it spoils, or forgetting to have a net out ready for Ross when you shake some trees. But that's okay, we've all been there, and honestly, I still get stung by wasps pretty often in Animal Crossing. If your favorite character is CJ, then you love to fish and have a natural or cottagecore themed island. You keep the decorating to the minimum on your island and probably left your rivers and ponds untouched. Whatever terraforming you started with on your island has remained. If anything, you maybe added to it, but you never took it away. In fact, you hate the idea of flattening your entire island and most likely never restarted your island. Besides this, you're very laid back and enjoyed the fishing mechanism in Stardew Valley, Twilight Princess, or other cozy games. Now we mustn't forget another lover of the sea, and that is Cap'n. If Cap'n is your fave, then you are really looking forward to New Horizons and the aesthetic of the sea. While everyone's out here demanding a remake of New Leaf or City Folk, You are content with your island getaway, a new change of pace, although you were disappointed that Captain's family didn't make a return, which is a bummer because New Horizons is the perfect game for them. Hopefully in the next game they will make a return along with other special characters that were left out. Ahem, Gracie Grace. I was so looking forward to the Gracie Grace furniture. But besides this, you love to listen to your villagers sing and will even take a seat to watch their performance. And let's not forget about CJ's partner Flick. If your favorite character is Flick, then you're rather artsy and love to draw your favorite Animal Crossing characters. You have an account dedicated to posting your drawings. It's that, or you love to collect art such as prints or pins dedicated to it. And you are more on the introverted side, but once someone mentions your interest, you quickly open up. You hate it though when people ask, why are you so quiet? If your faves are Gulliver or Gullivar, then you are known to be a little lost, a little confused when it comes to Animal Crossing and needing guidance, but that's okay. You are the type of player to constantly Google questions they have or ask other players for help. For example, how to get gold tools in New Horizons or how to unlock Brewster for your museum. I would not be surprised to see Animal Crossing in your search history. If your favorite character is Wisp, then you have the habit of ghosting Animal Crossing for months or even a year and randomly logging back in before getting burnt out again. It's not that you dislike Animal Crossing, but you're kinda in a rut right now, and maybe a break is what you need. You just feel uncertain with what you want to do next, and right now, nothing feels like the right move for you. Not even restarting your island sparks your desire, but hey, I'm sure you return for good eventually. Maybe you just need a new Animal Crossing game to feel that spark, which by the way, Pocket Camp is out, and I highly recommend. Now, for another favorite of mine, we have Celeste. If your favorite character is Celeste, then just like Bladders, you have the habit of info-dumping knowledge on your favorite things, and in this case, it has to do with astrology. You're probably into guessing people's zodiac signs and reading news about your horoscope. And now that I've said this, I think we should have Celeste be able to read our horoscope for today. Maybe she can. It's been a while since I spoke to her. Give her a spot in the museum, which by the way, if your favorite is Celeste, then you were disappointed yet again that Celeste doesn't have a permanent spot at the museum. Nintendo, please, I'm begging you, let her live in the museum with her brother again. Anyways, you like to use star bits as decor around your island, and you definitely have a spot dedicated to stargazing. Finally, if your faves are any of the special holiday characters like Zipper, Jingle, Jack, and so forth, then you're kind of like that one uncle you see every once in a full moon at a family gathering. You love Animal Crossing, there's no denying that, but you definitely don't log in as often as before, nor really feel the need to unless it's an event that piques your interest. For example, logging onto Animal Crossing to change your fall decor to winter. Let's get those pumpkins out of the way and start making snowmen. Most of your storage is probably filled with holiday decor, kind of like how it is in real life. And once the holiday season is over, you definitely take a while to clear it up. You know how people tease their neighbors for having holiday lights still hanging in January because they're too lazy to take it down? Yeah, that's you. Now, if your favorite character is Brewster, you are obsessed with cooking in Animal Crossing. When cooking was first announced, you immediately tried to gather all the recipes you can to whip up some yummy dishes. You were really excited when New Horizons introduced cooking recipes to the game. You also feel bad eating some of the meals as they're just too cute. For example, you tend to hoard the cupcakes you get for your birthday or you gift them to your villagers, and you probably have a gardening section on your island dedicated to collecting ingredients for your meals. Besides this, you prefer to take things at your own pace, and not every day in Animal Crossing needs to be eventful. You most likely have an area on your island that you haven't finished decorating, but hey, you'll get to it when you get there. Take a deep breath and some coffee. If anyone visits your island, it's always a must for them to drop in and see. But yeah, those are some of my silly little assumptions about you based on your favorite character in Animal Crossing. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day, remember to take care of yourself, and until next time, this is Little Lemon Drop dropping out. See ya! Bye bye!